نعطي صفقة.
Yep.
1 2 3.
Alrighty. Hey.
Hi.
Hey, what's
Hi,
up?
hello.
How's
Hi.
everything? You
Hi.
good? Hi, hello. Hey.
I'm Zahra,
I'm Umar.
and this is from this.
To that.
I've always wanted to ask you this question.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about paintings in film?
I go in and out because whenever I see a painting in a film, I first off I think of the fact that a real artist made these paintings, and I think that when you're watching a movie, wait, let me gather my thoughts. I'm fucking up. I had something so beautiful and so articulate to say, and it just slipped my mind as I said.
All the time. Say everything.
Beauty.
No one's watching.
Okay,
There's
good.
nobody here. It's just me. Don't
It's
look at
just
anything.
you. Okay, beauty and terror. Just keep going.
Okay.
Just yeah. But yeah, whenever I look at a painting in a film, it's usually first off the hallmark of an art house movie, and I find them to be they straddle a fine line between being very, very, very ham-fisted or something that comments obliquely and beautifully on a story or an emotion. Sometimes it works well, sometimes it doesn't.
Give me an example of a painting in a film that's ham-fisted, and give me an example of a painting in a film that worked, if you remember one.
Okay, all right.
Did you like the one from Ferris Bueller?
Ferris Bueller? Yeah. Because there's a thing. All right, okay. Let's start over, actually.
No one's watching.
Okay, all right.
You and I are just doing this for ourselves because we're lunatics.
Yeah.
Nobody's watching.
All right.
Hey.
Okay.
It's just Nai.
Oh, okay, all right,
Yeah,
that's good.
You're talking to Nai.
We love Nine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, when you ask that question, first off, we have to make a distinction between are the paintings in the film made by a real artist or are they made by an artist in the movie? And I always think of that because whenever you see that, let's say it's a film like Mr. Turner, of course the paintings are going to be beautiful because they're Turner. They're sort of, visionary. They're renegade paintings way ahead of their time. And I often find when you're sourcing from reality, whether in a biopic or whether in a movie that is, a complete, something fictive, and you have a quote-unquote real painting, it's far more effective than paintings made by an artist in a film because you realize it's art twice removed.
You've never seen a painting made by a painter in a film that was good?
No, whenever I look at it, I often find it to be just very okay, this is what sort of audiences imagine
a painter does.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're always tortured and they have
yeah,
paint on them.
exactly.
That's also a thing with biopics that really bothers me and really kind of divorces me from the topic of this amazing painter that's being biopicked.
Yeah, exactly. Well, look, the thing is also there's no such thing as a great painter in a movie that is actually not a real painter. Because nothing we could do, let's say you're watching a film about someone who's creating this masterpiece, and the entire film they're talking about, he has to get this right. And whenever they show the painting, whatever it is, I can't think of a single example right now, but it will never live up to it. It's sort of like when you show the monster in a horror movie. It's sort of analogous to that.
But then again, for me, a painter made by a painter in a movie allows itself for the movie to be layered, much like like Benicio del Toro in French Dispatch.
Oh,
he
yeah.
all the concrete walls and
that was it. But those paintings were...
it worked within the context of something that's whimsical and something that's stupid. And
yes, that's true. It's sort of an extension of Wes Anderson's sort of aesthetic in a way, and his sort of attitude towards filmmaking.
Exactly.
Something filled that is whimsy, that's slightly a little, sort of flipperty-gibbet, but also abstract. Again,
because I don't understand having a painting in film that does not work into the context of the doesn't add a layer to the film. 6 Degrees of Separation.
So the one with.
Okay, so it's this one.
It looks like Kandinsky.
Okay,
Kandinsky. Okay.
Wachowski.
Wachowski, Mike Wachowski from Monsters, Inc.
So it's the Kandinsky double-sided painting of Chaos and Order.
Okay.
Because it commented on the idea itself of 6 Degrees of Separation. Because it's it seems so neat as an idea. You are the furthest you can get from any person on the planet is 6 people.
Yeah.
Which 6 people? So it's chaos and order within one idea.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's the only way that. So paintings are always a tool, much like colors and grading and blocking all of it. So it's composition within composition.
Yes, yes.
And my sister and I used to keep a very strange set of directories of like a specific thing that is repeated in movies.
Yeah.
One of them was the laugh track in every Hollywood movie of children laughing.
Yes. Yeah, yeah,
you know, like we'd collect movies that these laughs were in.
That is so interesting.
And I bet these kids are dead. These
kids
are all
of course.
Like
No, they're long dead and died in horrible ways.
Exactly.
No doubt.
Some of these movies were from the early 90s.
Yeah.
And one of the newest one that I can remember is 500 Days of Summer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really.
It had that laugh track when they were like doing the picnic.
Yeah.
And they had the scream penis or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And there were kids sort of flitting about in the back that are like.
But when it comes to paintings, we kept a directory, and I can only remember 3.
Yeah.
Can I remember 3? I think I can remember 2. I can remember some.
Okay.
Of portraits of dead people.
Yeah.
That would change their expression throughout the movie to comment on whether or not they were.
Okay.
You see how specific that is?
Yeah, that is
in Lady Killers, her husband.
Huh?
In Lady Killers, the woman's husband.
Oh my God.
There was a portrait of him.
Yeah.
And whenever something good happened, he was smiling.
Yeah.
And then there was Mouse Hunt. There was a portrait of their dad.
The one with Nathan Lane?
The one with Nathan Lane.
Okay.
It was a beautiful movie.
That was a great one. I remember the VHS. I remember the cover still.
I had a VHS as well. And I bought it for 5 KD.
Jesus.
As a child.
Oh my God. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because back then we used to get those with Burger King and Pizza Hut.
I remember that. I used to get PlayStation 1 games.
PlayStation 1?
Yeah, PlayStation 1 games. There was a game called Largo Winch, which is one of the worst action games. It's this Fighting Force ripoff. And it's just Action Man sans action. There were PC sort of CD-ROM versions of the game. They were all spin-offs. None of them were good. All of them.
None of the action figures were good either.
No, they were terrible.
They were very expensive too.
Yeah, but
expensive
it was
in terms of effort, like just excess. Like it was.
Yeah.
He was the drag queen. He was he was Rambo as a drag queen. Action Man, the greatest hero. You remember?
Yeah. No, I remember. It was just pure wish fulfillment as a kid.
Yeah.
And I always used to get one where he's like battle damaged, so he has like just 2 scars on his cheek.
He always had those 2 scars.
Yeah,
Sometimes
exactly.
3.
And it'll be like, oh wow. And this I got like my favorite one was like a scuba version of him, where he just came with flippers, but he also wore like a scuba suit that looked like really, really badass because it just had a bunch of accoutrements on it. And
accoutrements. His snow gear was also very cool.
His snow gear was amazing.
It's actually like the white camo.
Yeah. No, his snow gear was phenomenal.
Why did you look at my shirt? Like when I said this, why did you look at my shirt? Did you think it was going to turn?
I thought it was slowly going to dissolve like an old film into like snow gear shirt. And then undissolve. But yeah.
Also things dissolving in film has always been fascinating to me, and not like I'm burning. Like
wait, what do you mean? Like actual when the thing is when something goes out of
when
frame,
something like out of frame disappears, dissolves.
Yes, dissolves. Like, it's never good. It often is
unless it's an invisible cloak in Harry Potter. Come on, you have to go to them.
No, that's amazing. But speaking on that, there's one specific scene at the end, spoiler alert, of Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, where a character is killed, I think played by the now disgraced Kevin Spacey, and he's shot, and then the camera lingers over his dead body, and then it dissolves to a point where, of course, like to show that time has elapsed, he is now gone. They've taken the body to the morgue, they've cremated him, whatever, and they're showing the floor to cut, 6 months later on. But it just looks like some bad straight to VHS Disney ghost effect,
But I love it when things are so bad that they're entertaining, and you can also imagine it being pitched at the writer's room.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
And it's being pitched by someone who's very arrogant, who has a lot of control and power over the project, because nobody can say that's silly as shit.
Yeah. Well, that's an auteur right there. It's someone who's real.
It dissolves.
It dissolves.
And then the editor is sitting there going, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
It was everything, and then it was.
And then it was nothing.
Nothing at all.
That's what dissolving is.
All right. Painting.
What works way more than painting is song.
Songs in movies
always works.
Okay, interesting.
Song to me works in movies.
Yeah.
Sometimes better than just music.
Scorsese made a career off that. Scorsese avoids score because score is suggestion. And if you suggest something...
Yeah, don't tell me how I feel.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's manipulation.
Yeah.
And it's that thing. It's an act of goodwill towards the audience that, you know what? You should know how to feel about this.
Also, I've like brutally killed people in front of you.
Yeah.
Let me give you this.
Yeah, exactly. Let me play Layla.
I'm sure you feel horrible.
That's it. No, he always the cardinal rule, apparently, when you're supposed to use a song in a film, as according to, the Gospel of Scorsese, is it must comment not obtusely or abstrusely, but obliquely.
Oh, God forbid
It has to, yeah. Exactly. So you're supposed to figure out what that means in the scene in Goodfellas, where Billy Batts, or whatever his name is, getting stomped to death by Joe Pesci.
Right.
And then he plays Donovan's way down unto the ocean, where I want to be, she may be. That one, which is an otherwise very beautiful song. You're supposed to then put together, as you're watching, your subconscious is to put together this 1,000-piece jigsaw as to what that comments on the situation, you know? What is he supposed to express? And oftentimes, I find that the music that has benefited most in movies, as in like things that I think stand the test of time, are pop punk songs. We have 3 examples. Scotty Doesn't Know from Eurotrip, or whatever it was. It's the one that Matt Damon sings, Scotty Doesn't Know. Scotty Doesn't Know. It's a great song. 2, Scott Pilgrim. Even though I think that was...
The originals, though.
Yeah. Oh, they're the great songs.
Truck,
Sex Bomb, Garbage Truck, you know.
So good.
Yeah,
so
it's great.
I just listened to those in the car.
They're incredible.
Yeah.
Metric, you know.
Metric.
What was the thing? I Hate You, Please Die.
Even when... Yeah, I hate you, please die.
Yeah,
even his ex that became like a big star.
Yeah.
Hello again,
Yeah,
friend of a friend.
Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah, with the vegan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's that thing?
He's like, chicken isn't vegan.
Yeah, chicken isn't vegan.
The vegan police comes and takes his powers away.
That's so funny. Fun fact, one of the vegan police officers is Thomas Jane from Punisher, which I thought is so bizarre
and the other
so
one
funny.
is well, he's in Capote. He plays the criminal that Capote falls in love with.
Yeah, Clifton Collins Jr.
Collins
I think so.
Jr.
Was it?
I think so.
Yeah. Not the one with the giant sort of tattoo on his chest. Yeah, Clifton Collins Jr. Yeah, so good.
He's the other guy.
Yes, so good. And also, number 3, an obscure film, much derided, and that has been the subject of sort of just like, you know, people are trying to give it some kind of cult revival, but a film called Empire Records, which is shit. It's a garbage movie.
It tried, though.
It really tried, and it was trying to do this thing where it was like trying to be this sort of a chamber drama in a record store. And it's just all the Gen Z archetypes. But towards the end, there is a song which Renee Zellweger sings called Sugar High. By this guy, the musician is this guy's name is Coyote Shivers, and he stars in it. I think he only has like 5 lines in it. But towards the end, in order to save the store, I don't know, from closing or some shit like that, you know, stop the evil conglomerate from creating a salad dressing empire, you know?
And the people that made the movie.
Yeah.
Who made the movie?
God. And now I'm trying to think, who made that movie? It was like an Australian director.
No, I mean like production-wise, like a big production house. Who made a movie? It's not art house. It's like a movie about trying not to close the small
yeah, exactly, But it produces the best. I mean, the lowest form of music is pop punk, and therefore the best pop punk music comes from trash films like these. So the song Sugar High is so good that when I burned it onto a CD for my sister Sharifa, because this was way back when in Jahiliyyah times, I saw in her. I saw the goosebumps. I saw her pupils dilate.
You know what else gives me goosebumps in music? It's the Life Aquatic, because it was all
Brazilian covers of David Bowie songs.
Exactly, all David Bowie
Portuguese covers. I should say. Yes, exactly.
And it was played by with the guitar.
He's
the small
so
guitar.
good. That's where I first heard. What was it? Life on Mars.
Yes.
And then for the rest of the year, that became my personality.
I know it sounds controversial, but I prefer to. I don't favor it over it, but I prefer to listen to it. It just gives me
the Portuguese version.
Yes,
I know.
And sometimes I just play the video.
Oh yeah, it's so good. No, that film I have a soft spot for it, because I remember when it came out, it was sort of the Wes Anderson film that everyone was sort of cool on.
Yeah, and it's the one that all the hipsters like for some reason, because it's the red caps, because they don't know Cousteau.
Oh my god!
And people recently came to discover the crafts.
Yeah,
the volcanologists.
Oh yes,
French scientists with the red cap.
Yeah. I have to watch Fire of Love.
You have to.
I need to watch Fire of Love.
It's phenomenal.
I know it's. Just looking at the trailer already. I was actually stocking up the tears that I was going to expend while watching.
It's going to be more mouth agape in awe.
Yeah.
Also keeping in mind that Fire of Love was a process of editing and choosing footage from the hundreds of hours of footage that the crafts took on their excavations.
Yeah.
And everything was Foleyed.
That is insane to me.
All of it.
That is insane. That is wild.
All of it, other than the interviews.
Yeah.
So good.
That is incredible. And to sort of still make it appear sort of realistic. How is the Foley overall? I haven't watched it.
Perfection.
Really?
Absolute perfection. The entire movie is absolute perfection.
Okay,
There's
all right.
nothing wrong with it.
Oh my God, it's heartbreaking. I was thinking, but what I love about a documentary like that, let alone just the fact that they did all the Foley and everything, is they have to cull footage. I love things that are sculpted, you know? They find the Michelangelo and the marble. Peter Jackson did that with a 9 hours Beatles documentary.
Yeah.
He had hundreds of hours of footage, a failed film that the Beatles were going to make but never completed.
Yeah.
With and the director initially of that movie, fun fact, is the rumor is the illegitimate son of Orson Welles, who looks exactly like Orson Welles.
So a potato, essentially.
Literally a potato, but with less of the charm and none of the talent. And I think
A bit of, and more, and like a lot of the starch.
a lot of the yeah. And when you look at that, I am more in awe of the fact that he found the Michelangelo rather than the fact that it is Michelangelo by the end of it. That he was able to cull from hundreds of hours. That it's sort of what they say about curation with a documentary like this. Curation is the beautiful, harmonious marriage between taste and discretion.
Yeah, but the way it happens in Kuwait is I take 50%. That's it. That's the entire job of a curator, really quick.
I know.
But
I
want to say something about painting and sculpting. The first thing I learned as a proper editor.
Yeah.
And I learned that in FEMIS in Paris, just in case you guys didn't know that I was an asshole. Just in case you weren't sure that I was a hipster, doofus asshole.
Sort of drowning in baguettes and sort of the cutting room floor.
I did a summer course.
Okay.
Fucking FEMIS. Okay. And
which, by the way, I'm tremendously jealous that you did that.
No, you shouldn't be, because everything that I did there, you already know how to do.
Yeah.
It's just the experience of getting to know people. Honestly,
Okay.
I discovered that it was like you have to be nice. I didn't know that you had to.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because
You had to learn to be a human
you
being.
buy into the idea of being an artist diva is how you get your way.
Yeah.
But that's only in certain situations. You have to do it very strategically. Otherwise, like if you get blacklisted, you fucking get blacklisted.
no,
like
of
I see the
course.
way they talk about Keshish there.
Really?
It's not a fucking. This guy's a genius.
Yeah.
But he's such an asshole that his
Yeah, he's a
DOP doesn't want to work
yeah,
with him
yeah,
anymore.
no. I remember
He's
all
like,
these
"Fuck this shit."
articles that came out when Blue's the Warmest Color came out.
No. That's not even a thing.
No?
That came out because people just wanted him to go down. They
Yeah.
just wanted to cancel him so badly. Even like Léa Seydoux and what's her name?
What's her name? Adele.
Adele.
Yeah.
And
I
the
forget her
long
last
Greek
name. It's
name.
very long. Yeah.
Yeah. She's oh, by the way, you should watch her movie where she's a flight attendant. I forgot what it's called.
What is that called? Okay.
So good. You have to watch it. You have to watch
Okay.
it. Yeah.
I'll check it out.
So so the editor
Yeah.
was asking me. She's like, first of all, are
Yeah.
you a painter or sculptor?
Okay.
When it comes to like editing, because
Okay.
like, do you like to just leave everything?
That is
in the
so
file?
opening scene. That is so like, are you an editor? It's one of those things where it's like it's a black screen, and then you hear this sort of dainty French accent.
And
Like,
you
are
go,
you a
what do you
sculptor?
mean? What do you mean? And
Yeah,
then,
yeah,
like,
what do you
it's
mean?
response to
That's
what do you
the
mean? And then the frame is on my face.
Oh my god, it's so, and it's like
And
an
then it's
extreme,
like,
and
do you
then at
like
the
to
end, it's
take
like
the footage from the bin, or do you like to leave everything on the timeline and then cut it up? And then I
Okay.
say, just leave it in the. Apparently, I'm a painter.
I was gonna. Oh, okay. Wait.
later-
Elaborate. Painter.
So when you have all the footage in your library
Yes.
and you cut out from the preview
Yeah.
and then drag it on the timeline,
Yeah.
and you just keep doing that, so
Yeah.
you're a painter. You're adding to a blank
Oh,
canvas.
rather than you just take you grab it in
Everything
bulk
on the
and dump it.
timeline,
Interesting.
and then you take out. That's a sculpture.
I am firmly, not formally, in the latter. I dump everything
You dump
in.
everything on
I
the timeline.
Literally dump everything in. I don't give a fuck. I just dump it all in,
Hmm.
and I trust that as I go through it, my subconscious will start working and find the sort of it will find the David.
But
in
would
the
you?
thing.
What would you say answering the question traditionally? Are you a painter or sculptor? Traditionally,
Traditionally.
because I know you as a painter. Like I know you as
Yes,
someone,
you
but,
know
like,
what's funny?
Even your hodgepodges.
Yeah.
Would you call them paintings or sculptures?
Oh, that's so interesting. That's really good. Honestly, I would say generally the approach I always take in whatever medium is that of a sculpture. That's it, a sculptor, I should say.
Interesting.
That's it. I like to whittle things down. I don't like things agglutinating.
Okay.
I like things
you
that
excavate.
Yeah, exactly. I like to either excavate or I like to bring it down. I like to remove. That's it.
Okay.
It's what makes something. It's the thing. It's that perfect thing. It's that thing Beckett said about Joyce, where he's like, Joyce is the only writer where James Joyce, that is the only writer, not Joyce Carol Oates. James Joyce is the only writer that seems to improve a work the more that he adds to it. That is a rarity. He is actually the sole exception of it. And then Beckett, who his entire career was trying to be this slavish imitation of James Joyce. And if you read his first novel, Dream of Fair to Middling Women, which is such a good title, you look at it and it's just like, it might as well be just failed opening lines of Ulysses or something, you know. Stately, Buck Mulligan, yada yada. It's like of that sort of that cadence, that kind of.
That really explains play.
Play. Oh my God, that's so good. You know what else is good? This is a radio play he did, All That Fall.
All That Fall.
All That Fall is phenomenal.
Is great.
Yeah.
But also he can't go on, but he must go on.
Yeah, he can't go. Yeah, he can't go on, but hey, I can't go on. I must go on.
I must go on.
What do you want? Yeah. Right. So instead, he said,
"Can I just make a statement about how I identify gender-wise? Because I'm sure people have had that question.
Yes, of course.
Everyone does. I'm not a twink. I like to think of myself as a woman, but in terms of gender representation,
yeah,
I identify as the answer to the question. What if Fran Lebowitz was waiting for Godot?
That is.
I can't go on. I'll go on. Just I had.
You do it, and every time the joke is born in you, it flowers.
And you're the.
It flowers.
I swear to God,
mouth.
it's you and 2 other people that get this.
It's the funniest thing. It's exactly. I don't look. You're not reducible to 2 people, but you reduced yourself so accurately. You might as well be.
I'm not reducible. I'm not reducible to 2 people.
Yeah.
I am 2 people, but I'm not the sum of their parts. My parts.
Gestalt.
It's
bro.
the Gestalt.
That is wow. That was
sorry.
That was a beautiful sort of winding garden path.
Also, I can totally see myself
yeah.
as like having a career as a Fran Lebowitz type of like Arab Fran Lebowitz. But I'm enjoying the fact that I can have you as an appendage to my rants because it brings out the best of my rants. So
that's great. I love to be. I'm an instigating appendix. That's what.
But you also identify as a bit of a megalomaniac, or
no, total fucking narcissist. Just like total. Well, I wouldn't say narcissist. I would say megalomaniac because narcissists are no fun, whereas megalomania is like they'll take you to the white whale and kill all of us. You know.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, they'll try to they'll try to spend 20 years on a Napoleon biopic that never gets made, or
I'm never a narcissist unless I'm sitting next to you because you bring out like the image of myself that I find to be ideal. So I'm a narcissist by proxy, and megalomaniac by proxy.
And for that, not just to you, but most importantly to the world, I could only apologize. But I will not stop, and no man is without fear.
I'm not killing the white whale, but I am an accomplice.
You're an accessory,
I'm an accessory
to the attempted murder of the white whale, which at the end of Moby Dick.
Call me Ishmael.
Read it.
Don't call me Ishmael.
Call me Ishmael.
Yeah.
I always thought the opening should have "Call me Ishmael" and then the sound of a gun cocking.
Call me Ishmael.
Call me Ishmael.
This summer. Shit, Kiko.
You son of a bitch. Get the whales in the parameter.
Yeah. Starbucks, make the fucking coffee. Starbucks the coffee.
So what Beckett was trying to say about Joyce was the fact that what makes him good, and everyone with the exception of James Joyce, great at what they do, is poverty. It is the poverty of language that makes someone better. It's the theory of omission. What?
The lights went off.
As they should.
It's
and
okay.
as they would. That's all right.
I actually like, I don't like it. I'm just going to say that I like
You don't like those lights? No,
I
think
do.
They're 5 KD. What do you want?
Yeah, they're not bad though. Sure. There's gel.
Yeah, I know, but look at this rinky-dink,
What are you trying to say?
Haunted castle.
What are you trying to say?
What
are you trying to say about my family?
I'm not.
You don't know? I come from rinky dink. I'm originally rinky dink.
My father late rinky dink.
My father's.
Poverty of language is what makes something good. Theory of omission. What is not said is everything said.
You could also simplify. Just simplify language and make it a bit straight to the point. You can be as poetic as you can by making things straight to the point.
Yeah, that's why people like Rilke, because it's straight to the point. Beauty and Terror, just keep going. The title is great.
That's why Rilke is better than Goethe.
Goethe. Which, by the way, up until the age of 21, I was calling him Goethe.
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 You can go and fucketh yourself.
That's it. And you look at it and you're like, oh, German. It's not Beethoven. It's Beethoven. It's like Latin. Latin. It's phonetic. You read everything on screen.
Yeah,
you know?
it's man gegen man.
Man gegen man.
Okay.
Keine Lust for the man gegen man.
And with that, we would like to conclude.
Yes,
Conclusion.
this episode.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
شنو ما صحتوها شوي